Hi, everybody. It's Marjorie Waldo, the president and CEO of Arts Garage right here in Delray Beach. I'm doing this video for you to make you aware of some things in case you haven't heard about them and the potential impact to arts and culture in Florida, in Palm Beach County, and specifically right here within our walls at Arts Garage. As you know, I'm sure you've seen press on what's happening at the federal level related to arts and humanities, impacting the Kennedy Center, the Smithsonian Museums, PBS, those kinds of organizations. You've certainly seen it in terms of the colleges and universities in the country. I don't know if you know, but the Big Ten, that are known for their sports affiliation, has created a Big Ten academic affiliation of those same schools to attempt to stay strong in their academic efforts, as has Harvard, who has sued the federal government. So even though those are federal issues, what you can see is the trickle-down effect in the state and now at the county level. Our legislative session is happening now. It ends on May 3rd. So we have a week and a half left to perhaps make our voices known if these issues that I'm going to talk about today are of concern to you. They certainly are to us as an organization, to me as a human who has been involved in the arts since she was, if you include literature, since I was 5. If you include theater, since I was 15. And if you include music, since I was 18. So for me personally, it's a huge issue. And as the leader of this organization right here in Delray Beach, it takes it to a new level for me. So there are several Senate and House bills that I want you to be aware of that are moving across the floor through committees currently. We have a little bit of time before the session is over, so you have the time to make your voice known to our elected officials if these issues concern you. I want you to take a look at Senate Bill 2500 and its companion House Bill 5001 and the Senate Bill 1524 and its companion bill, House Bill 1011. Those are all related to the state Department of Cultural Affairs grant. And if you remember, the governor vetoed the recommended line item in the budget in June of 2024, which was historic and had shocking to all of us who received those grants. These bills that I just named, which you can research on your own or look up on Google, and you'll see you can find the news media of your choosing to talk about what these bills would mean to all of us in arts and culture in Florida. And what they could mean is a change in how they evaluate which organizations receive funding from the state. They could eliminate the funding altogether, or they could change which organizations are even eligible to apply for a state grant. To put it bluntly, I will not include state grant funding in my budget for 25-26. And if we receive it, I will be over the moon grateful, but I'm not going to rely on it. I'm going to do what I was taught to do, which is plan for the worst and hope for the best. As of yesterday, the CEO of Discover the Palm Beaches wrote an urgent email to arts and culture organizations in Palm Beach County, asking them to use their voices to email their legislators in the House, because there is a bill that could eliminate the tourist development tax that funds tourism and destination marketing. We receive $185,000 through the Cultural Council for Palm Beach and connected to county bed taxes Just to make sure you understand, tourist development taxes, often called bed taxes, are taxes that the hotel and lodging demographic collective voted to use to provide to tourist development councils to distribute among all of us to promote tourism in the state of Florida. If Palm Beach loses these dollars, then we're impacted greatly for sure, with nearly $200,000 in funding annually. And what's more important to know is that these taxes were voted on by the hotels to pass on to their clients who stay in their hotels, not to the residents or citizens of Florida. This is not a tax coming out of your checking account every year. This is a tax coming out of tourists' checking accounts. And it allows us to promote what an incredible place Florida is and bring revenues and art and culture directly to our community, to tourists from all over the world. So if you are concerned, as I would say I am alarmed, which is a little beyond concerned, with what I believe is happening at the state level, then I would ask that you consider looking at the e-blast that we sent out. And I forget what the header on it was, but it was something about tourism at stake or arts and culture at risk or something like that in the subject line. It went out yesterday afternoon. And it gives you a little bit more information specifically on the tourist development tax or bed taxes, and asks you, even provides you a form letter and the email addresses of the representatives at the House that you could email to make your voice known. It explains a little more in detail, and probably way better than I just did, what the bed taxes are, how they're used, and why they're important. I hope you know that Arts Garage believes our impact on our community, on South Florida, on Florida, on the performers that we host from all over the world is huge. We believe that it brings people together in times of conflict, that it can make differences among us disappear. When you're looking at a performance on the stage, it doesn't matter whether you make $100,000 a year or $100 million a year. When you're looking at art on the wall, it doesn't matter if you make $13 an hour or $1,300 an hour. It doesn't matter what your differences are. You come together to enjoy the art and benefit from the impact of that art form and the artist or performer's talent. I hope that you see all of the cool things that are going out in the press about the programs we've begun in the last year to 2 years, including our family series, our artist in residence series, our theater residency, our theater season. I hope you're watching, and I hope you see what those things are, and I hope you see, like I do, the value of those things in our world, macro, and in our town, micro. And I hope that you will consider copying and pasting the template that Milton sent from Discover the Palm Beaches into an email to your representatives. The email addresses are very clearly listed in this email that I sent you yesterday. If you did not receive the email, let us know at the box office at 561-450-6357. You can email us at info@artsgarage.org. If you know me, call me, text me, smoke signal me. If you go on our website, you will also be able to see information about it. So I'm asking for your help. For the first time when I say that, I'm not asking for dollars. I'm asking for your voice. I'm asking for you to speak up for Arts Garage, for arts and culture in Florida. And it would mean the world to me to know that our Florida legislators received thousands upon thousands of emails telling them how important Arts Garage and arts and culture are to you. I look forward to seeing you at our next powerhouse world-class performance on our stage, and I can't wait to get a hug from you. I could use one. Thank you so much for listening.